Everyone's. We are here. We are excited. We are on the new platform
Hey,
doing big things right now. Shout out to GMT Radio. Say, this is another episode of Is My Point Valid? And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just super
really?
excited right now. Y'all bear with me. Just trying to get my thoughts and everything together. But this is super exciting. All glory be to God.
Oh, of course, of course.
All glory be to God. Cause without Him, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Manifestation is a beautiful thing, and we're here. So with that being said, this is another episode of Is My Point Valid, where we discuss different topics, give you our points, and see if they're valid or not. Today's topic is going to be what it's going to be, baby.
Hold up, we gotta introduce ourselves, sir.
Oh,
They
I'm
don't know who
sorry.
we are. Who
Oh,
are we?
oh. Well, I'm Brandon D. Stocker,
Yes, and I am Camille A. Stalker.
and what we known as, baby.
We are the Stalker family.
Huh? Yes, indeed.
We are.
That's who we are.
Yes.
And like I was saying before she rudely interrupted me, this is another episode of Is My Point Valid? And you want to talk? You want to say the topic right now?
All right. So the topic today is it my fault?
Is what your fault?
Me as a parent, putting my kids in an environment. Is it my fault
for
that
me,
they're exposed to?
for me, I believe it is our fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because the things that we place our kids, the environments we place our kids in, the things that we show our kids, the things that we tell our kids, even though half of the time they're not listening, these things are the things that they grow to be. So, example, if I'm a man and I have a son and my son always sees me with a different woman, how can I blame him for having multiple women? How can I blame him for having commitment issues, as they say? How can I blame him for these things if he's getting it directly from me?
That's true. That's
so
true.
How you feel about it?
Children are a product of their environment. Like you said, if your children are seeing you do something, then they're watching you. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna grow up, or they're gonna try and be like you. You know.
It goes directly to, you ever seen that meme where the lady, she's talking to her son and she's telling her son, like, son, scratch your elbow. Mm-hmm. And the whole time she's scratching her chin, but she's telling him to scratch his elbow.
Yeah.
And in that time, he's scratching his chin because he's looking at what she's doing, and he's not paying attention to none of the words that are coming out of her mouth. Right. So that was a prime example as to your kids, or you can tell them whatever you want to tell them. You can tell them to go to church. If they're not seeing you go to church,
you ain't going to church.
What's the influence for what's the incentive for them to go to church if you ain't going to church?
That's true. That is true. So, do you think that what kind of environment did you grow up in?
Strict.
Okay. Strict. Okay. So before we get into after, you started off in a 2-parent home.
Started
from the bottom, now we here. Oh. No, but you started from a 2-parent home.
That's how we started. Yeah.
And then some situation happened, something went on and your environment had to change.
Exactly.
You
drastically.
And not an environment of just relocating, but the environment of not having a man in your home.
That discipline, yeah, that was a big thing for me. Just a little background. My father was in the military.
Yeah.
And he got stationed in Korea for a whole year.
You went wild.
I couldn't wait for him to leave. I was like, boy, he had no idea what's about to happen here.
Yeah.
And in that year's time, I became a totally different person. Mm-hmm. I lost most of my discipline. I lost all of my, I wouldn't say morals, but the things that were taught to me, I kind of threw a lot of that stuff out the window.
They weren't being enforced.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong, my mom is a disciplinarian, but in that time, my daddy was that main disciplinarian. It was like he handled all the punishments and everything like that. So when that left, I was like, Lord have mercy, let's get it. And I had to have been in like the 6th grade, and I can vividly remember me as a person changing because, like I said, it was no structure.
Yeah.
And
where there was structure, then you like, ooh, he gone. I don't need no structure right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but then although he went away, but he was, away in Korea, but when they divorced, you had to move into another environment.
Yes.
Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I right or am I wrong?
The physical environment didn't change, but mentally, that's the part that was the most taxing. Going from having all of that structure and then having no structure, but me knowing that structure is going to come back.
Right.
But once I found out that the structure was not coming back, I believe that turned into, I want to say anger. I want to say anger.
So think about all the children whose parents are in environments, right? Parents might be away in jail for years. You're not there.
Yeah.
So I have a right to be angry. These kids have a right to be angry.
They do.
And if they're in the wrong environment, really in the wrong environment. I mean, in any environment, you can stray whichever way.
Yeah.
Because I was also thinking about how, although I was raised in an environment of safe, just
explain it.
I was a girl.
Okay. So it was certain things that didn't even reach you.
No, it was different for me and for my brothers.
Gotcha.
They did things, went through things. I'd like, okay, for real. And it was me and my sister who were like, I don't even like to say the word sheltered. We were sheltered, but
you don't like the word, but that is the word. I don't like
the word, but we were sheltered. Yeah. We didn't do things like everybody else. And so when you're in school and you see people who are going through things, like real life things, openly. Like you going through what? And I was like, I can't relate.
Gotcha.
I cannot relate because of that safeness. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It like you say, you don't like the word, but it's sheltered. It's certain things that you weren't exposed to
at all.
There's certain places that you couldn't go because of the environment. And I know it for a lot of families, the boys have more leeway.
Yes.
Because I know for me having 2 girls, if I did have a boy, I would give him more leeway than I would the girls because I know.
But why?
Because I know what's out there.
But why?
A man or a boy, he can protect himself a lot better than a female. It's like, and then it's also, what are you teaching your kids?
Yeah.
The information that you're giving your kids, because like with females, they can go out there and not know anything about these rundown dudes, game that can be ran on you, all of these things. And
you know what? That's real, because I was just, I didn't do anything. And I went to work. I went home. But this guy caught my eye. But he was not.
You couldn't recognize his fakeness because you weren't taught.
Right.
That there's some fakeness out there.
Man. Fake. But yes.
Fake.
Yeah, that was never a conversation of you need to watch out for
this and this.
This fugaziness.
Exactly.
Like, so yeah.
And and that's what I'm going to take pride in teaching Isabel and Ava. It's like the stuff that's out here, It's crazy.
Yes, it
So
is.
you need to be able to recognize these things from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
And me coming from a place where I was on a lot of that bull jive,
Mm-hmm.
I can show them exactly what it looks like when that bull jive is on its way.
Absolutely.
So we're
Absolutely.
gonna keep them sheltered, as they say.
Well, we do it anyway. We
Yeah.
do keep them sheltered. The environment of just not even the outside environment, but in our home as well. Although you did come from, our families are similar, but we came from different environments.
Yeah.
I grew up around a whole bunch of Hispanic people, like the outside environment. The inside we black, but it was different. And so the girls are not exposed to different things that you might have been exposed to.
That's true.
And so then that goes back to, how can people not expose their children to certain environments?
Be the parents that you want your. I mean, be the example. I mean, it's all about showing them.
You saying be the example, right? But what if somebody my age didn't have that example? So they just doing what they know how. Oh, I got you. You feel
well,
me?
with that, I mean, it's the person. It all falls down to the person. What exactly do you want for yourself? What do you want for your children?
But what if they don't know what they want for themselves? There is a time when you don't know what you want for yourself. Or also, let's take it another step. What if they are working a job, but their income only allows them to live in the worst part?
Yeah.
But they going to work and they're trying to get it, and they're getting it together, but maybe in the next 2 years is when they can move from that environment. But the kid has already been exposed to it. So
I guess that would fall under the sheltering.
So keep them inside. You can't be exposed.
No,
to anything.
I'm not saying keep them inside, because that's going to cause them to want to resent more.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is,
what are you saying?
I feel like for me, it all falls on. It goes back to, what do you want? What do you want for yourself? Because it's like, yeah, there's certain things that we don't know, but that goes with you having to figure out who you need to put yourself around in order to get the things that you're looking for or you want out of life.
That is true, but you might not find it. You might be 50 years old and be like, "Ooh, I should have did this." And then you have people who are looking like, I am trying to do the best that I can for my child. Even because we even look at it like we're saying the girls are in a good environment, according to us, right? Somebody might look in and be like, "What are you doing? Mind your business." That's what you do.
Exactly.
So, but see, somebody could tell us that as well. Mind your business. But that, how do we change it? Or our mentors, you're saying we come in.
That goes with getting around, placing yourself around the right people.
Let me hit you again then, because I know a lot of parents.
I'm still recovering from the first black eye
of society. I know people want to have mentors for their children. They want a big brother, a big sister, somebody that they can look up to. So why are the parents not trying to find somebody who can, but I'm placing my kid in your care, or to get valuable information from you, but I'm not willing to. So what you got? What you got?
Well, that's gonna be a tough one, guys. I don't understand how someone can want better for their children and not want better for themselves.
Doesn't every parent want better for their child?
But not better for themselves?
if I've some people might think, look, I'm giving you every devil's advocate I can
I'm
give you.
trying to I'm trying to give you some feedback on this, but it's kind of baffling because I don't understand how someone, a parent, can want more for them kids, would not even more for their kids. How can you place standards on your kids that you're not willing to place on yourself?
That's real. That's a good question.
Hmm.
That's a really good question.
Hmm.
But they are, because they're saying, I want you to be better than me. I think every parent wants their child to do better than.
If you want your kid to do better,
then what you say? Say it.
Show them better.
Huh?
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 Yes, that is what me and Brandon are doing. We're talking about the environment that our children are exposed to, and we are not letting our upbringing
dictate
how we raise our children.
Exactly.
And what they're exposed to. Of course, we want them exposed to the good, but
they also need to know about that bad, so they know what to avoid in order to stay within that good.
Yes.
So it goes both ways. They have to know that you can't teach somebody sunshine without teaching them the rain.
That part.
It goes hand in hand. You wouldn't even know what good is if there wasn't bad.
Yes. And just for me, I always knew the good. Everything
and
was
you were
good.
Never exposed to the bad, and that's why you fell victim to that sucker duck.
Yeah, it was just good, everything. It was the life. I'm saying the life, but
you thought it was.
I think it was the best. And so that's why also when I talk to the girls, it's like, that's why I always ask you, am I saying the right thing, Brandon? And you always tell me you are, and I'm like, well, it doesn't feel like it. But because they're 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I giving it to them?
No, but I think it's good to give it to them now so they begin to have their understanding, so we're not having to backtrack and teach them things that we should have taught them now or before they get to the age where they're out in the streets and doing different things.
Yeah.
They already have that structure. It's all about that structure, teaching them the right things.
But okay, here we go
again.
But although we are teaching them the right things, although we are giving it to them the way that we know how to give it to them, they still have to go out and experience life for themselves.
This is true. And that's where the problems come in.
See, I can say I was sheltered all day long, right? Yeah. I could say that. But I had to get out there and try.
That's real.
I had to get out there.
And then another thing, I think it's always better to be coached up into it without, because I know some people who were sheltered their whole life. I'm talking up to their 20s.
So then my mama was coaching me, because it was some things that
she was giving you some game,
but in the sense of
she just wasn't giving you that hands-on game. It was like
I was happy
trying
go
to
lucky.
Coach you through.
I was happy go lucky.
Lord have mercy. In first last place.
I was, and Lord I wasn't even shoot. I was all the way in the back, y'all. Man. Goodness.
Lord.
But what were you saying? I cut you off. I apologize.
I don't even remember.
I apologize. But you were saying you've known people who were sheltered for 20 plus years.
Yeah, I know people who've been sheltered for 20 plus years. So when it did come time for them to get out there, they were so far behind that people, even the slowest of people, were getting over on them, taking advantage of them because they had no idea of what was out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's all about, once again, it's all about coaching your people up, giving them the game, giving them the information that they need while they're young, so they can start walking in that.
Yeah.
And they know exactly what's out there, what fugazis.
I mean, some of them you can't pick them out, can you? Can you pick all of them out? I think you're gonna have to bump into a couple of people who are that you have to be like, okay, all right, this is what it is. And then you have to get over that hump and be like, I ain't doing that again.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you meet somebody like I met you. It was like, oh, he real, y'all. But no, but seriously, the environment. How do we change the environment?
Not we us personally do.
Our community.
Lord have mercy. That's a
different thing.
That's a whole nother something. I mean, it all goes back to, what do you want for yourself? What kind of example do you want to be for your children? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
Oh, that's a good one. What kind of legacy do you want for your children? But I still think some people don't know.
That's true. Just like some people don't know that in these times, working a job, going to college, working a job, retiring, it doesn't work like that no more. It times have changed, and it's all about multiple avenues.
Yeah.
A job will keep you broke. Just plain and simple. I've never seen anybody with 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs.
So here we go again. Let's go back to that. You see your mama working 2 jobs. Oh, I gotta work 2 jobs.
Did my mom ever work 2 jobs?
I don't know. I wasn't asking
that. I'm thinking. I'm just saying. Like, for me,
because you'll be like, oh, mommy was getting money. No, mommy was trying to make sure that you were okay.
Mommy was trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I take that back. I think some people, what they do want their child to do better, but they push the go to school, get an education situation. And I ain't saying anything is wrong with that at all, because that, hey, you get your education, right? But we as the environment, we have to teach our children other ways. Just back to the exposure of our children. I'm a homeschooling mama now, y'all. So this was never what I thought. I always thought they had to go to public school. I've looked into private schools. I'm like, oh Lord, I can't
in all actuality, we're speaking on this subject from a personal experience. We've actually experienced being in a space where we thought a job was okay.
Oh, that's how Camille grew up. You work, you get your your funds, you get your house, you take care of everything that you're supposed to take care of, but you work this job for 1,100 years. Yeah. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And so it took for me to, here we go again, the environment. I changed my environment because of the person who I married.
Yeah.
Think about that. We changed our environment with that as well. So because of the person who I married had been exposed to different things that I didn't, I had to come out and be like, okay, you're not about to leave me here by myself.
I remember them days too.
You know,
I remember. Yeah.
You're not about to leave me here by myself and make me just be like, I don't know what to do. Right. And so now I'm seeing, my mindset had to change. My mindset had to change in order for me to show my children that, if you want to go to school, I'm going to pay for you to go to school. But if you don't want to, I'm building something right now in order for you to continue to build.
And it's like they say, formal education to get you paid. But your own education, going out there and actually actively seeking information, that will make you wealthy.
Yes.
Because in all actuality, the school systems are only going to teach you a certain amount of information. They only want you to get so far.
Well, the only reason that they have to go so far is because they're retaining information for a test. That's it. If there was not a test set into place, baby, I bet school would be bomb, like awesome, because you wouldn't be so caught up in teachers trying to be like, okay, we're going to teach this section on how to read this and this and this. So yeah. So, but the environment that we're building for our children, for our girls, is they have been exposed to different people during this pandemic.
Yes.
That I didn't think was like possible, because I am a homebody. I like to stay at home. I like to stay in my environment.
I'm going to put you out there.
Lord. And I thought that that's what that was going to be.
No.
I was going to sit around, and Brandon's like, no, we got to move.
We need to move. Now, strategically and methodically, we're going to move, but we're moving nonetheless.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I knew there were some things that I needed to do. I needed to get done in order for me to position myself in places like this.
Changing our environment.
Exactly.
We are grown people changing our environment.
Exactly. On the regular.
On the regular. And so to bring children back into it, children need to be exposed to different things on the regular. Go back to my high school days. I was in band. I played the flute.
One time at band camp.
I knew you were going to do that.
What happened at band camp?
And band, you know, I got to be exposed to different trips, different
nationalities,
cultures.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about environment, but children in the environment, they need positive, like, affirmations.
All of that.
They need to have a positive mindset. They need somebody helping them.
Yes.
Who we got?
Going into that, we sure want to give a shout out to our monthly sponsor for the month of February, which is Black History Month.
Hey,
that's why we got on our Black History stuff. Yeah. I got on my Bob Marley, and she got on her Prince because she a Prince fan. Purple Rain. Boy, y'all better stop it, man. We're going to be on here breaking it down for y'all real quick. But anyway,
yes.
Shout out to Miss Lisa Renee, the mindset coach. And she is the founder of Freedom to Be You. And she has a brand new course that is coming out today.
Right now?
February 1st.
Already?
Right now.
Today?
Y'all better check it out.
Hey.
So, her new course is going to be on topics. It's going to be a mindset shift in business, but it'll also help you in your personal life. So she has a 6-week course that focuses on self-talk, which is affirmations, what we were just referring to.
Yep.
Meditation, which is becoming one with the universe and God.
God.
Let it
Lord have mercy.
Y'all know how we do. But and reshaping your thoughts, so you're not out here with these negative thoughts hindering yourself, blocking your blessings, and getting nothing done in the process.
Right.
So if you need that, if that's something that you feel like you need, please holla at Miss Lisa Renee with Freedom to Be You. She is your mindset coach. She is your affirmation coach. She gonna get your mind right. And right now, the space is very limited. So register today at IamLisaRenee.com. Back to the conversation.
Are we back?
We back.
So back to the environment, the affirmations. I do want to talk about the mindset, though. When my mindset changed, I did see a shift in my children's mindset.
Absolutely.
When I started giving them really being intentional about affirmations, really being intentional about love, I saw my children love a little bit harder.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they're watching.
Man.
It's that watching.
I wish I knew when I had them.
Boy. And I'm going to tell you one thing, going back to the kids' environment and all of that there, I know one thing that stands out for me, and I know it stands out for a lot of different people, is the things that we dislike most about our children are the things that they learn directly from us. And prime example, our Isabel. Lord knows that little one is just like me.
She is.
Just I'm talking from the anger to the
Hey,
blowing
my
up
baby's not angry.
to all of that. And nothing irks my nerves more than to see me in her.
Yes.
So that's what had made me realize that I needed to start changing my mindset, the things that I was doing, because not only was my blood flowing through her, so she's going to automatically act a certain way, but she's also seeing me do certain things like get mad and maybe punch something. You know how I do
You
sometimes.
telling all on yourself,
I
sir.
may punch something just to blow off some steam. I
But
need a punching bag, but
you also had to change your mindset because of the environments that you were about to be placed in.
exactly.
We couldn't have Brandon in this environment right now.
No, we
Angry.
could not.
We can do that.
Nah, because I be in here. Rah, 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 rah.
So that shift,
Mm-hmm.
every child, every grown person needs that shift, because I say I changed my environment when I married you.
Mm-hmm.
We've come a long way. We've come a
It's been a
long
long
way.
time coming, like Sam Cooke.
But why were we willing to change our environment? And the environment that I'm talking about is like our inside environment.
Because you said, why were we willing?
Why were we willing to? Was it because of our children? Was it because I didn't like?
I think it was a plethora of different things. I think from our children, from us knowing we needed to do better.
Okay, because go back to Isabel. You say Isabel acts just like you. Well, Ava acts just like me.
Yes.
And it was like, why are you acting like this? Why do you talk so much? Believe it or not, y'all, I can talk.
Yes, she can.
Don't try it.
Yes, indeed.
But they are us. They are us. They are
a spitting image.
They are literally the product of their environment.
Yes.
You could look and be like, Lord, that is Lil Camille.
Mm-hmm.
That is Lil Brandon. But why were we willing to change our mindsets? Why are we willing to bring in so much positivity? Because of course there was a shift in our mindset for us to think like this. Think about it. If we did not change, we wouldn't be sitting here.
I don't think the change would have happened so suddenly if I wouldn't have placed myself around certain people.
Absolutely.
I think it did for us. It was putting ourselves in certain arenas around certain people that made us feel like we got to do something different. We got to step it up.
Yes. Because
like you said, we couldn't be in these certain arenas the way we were. We weren't equipped.
Okay. All right. There you go.
We weren't equipped.
Hold on. So should there be something in schools, because the school is an environment where children are getting this? Because you have kids who parents probably going through things.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to talk about it. They lashing out. Like you said, you went wild.
Mm-hmm.
They're lashing out. And it's like, only way I know how to do it is I'm gonna fight you. I'm a rah, 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 right?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Should something be in place in school?
I don't think.
In order for them not saying 30 is wrong, but in order for them to understand there's power in your mindset. There is power.
So you're saying that there should be a mindset class or something?
Absolutely.
But do we blame the school system?
I'm not blaming the school system. Okay, maybe I'm putting a little bit too much more responsibility.
You're putting some more responsibility on them, and then that changes their agenda. So now they're going from preparing you for a test to preparing you for life.
Wait there.
They're not. They don't want to go.
Should prepare you for life.
Exactly.
Yes.
The school should not be the school should not be your children's first line of education.
You are correct.
You need to be teaching your kids. Your kids need to be more in tune with what you have to offer than what a teacher does.
So scratch that. Then sir. What if we have classes, not at school, but just regular classes where, oh, I need help. I need to try and figure out for grown-ups, for grown folk.
But then it's a factor of, will they? Are they willing? It's all and like I said before, it's the person.
It is the person.
It's the individual. What do you want for yourself?
And we had to get there.
We had to get there. And I'm gonna tell you what pushed us more than anything, like I said before, is being around certain people. We could not have.
Well, I could have.
I mean, for me, I needed more. I needed that example because just like,
for years in our environment, I was telling you, Brandon, we got to do this. Brandon, do this. But it was okay for me. It was not okay for me to tell you that, because the things that I was telling you in our environment, I wasn't implementing, and I wasn't implementing this as well. So
that goes to hold yourself to the same standards that you hold other people.
And that's what we are teaching Ava and Isabel.
Exactly.
How you expect, and it's simple, how you expect your sister to do for you, but you ain't willing to do for your sister.
Yourself. Yeah.
Or
yourself or your sister. Yeah.
You want her to go do what, but you ain't going. Excuse me, you better rethink that. And that is what I said.
And I just heard you say no to her, and she just asked you the same thing.
That's why I'd be like that. I'd be like, hold on, because I know sometimes it's like, okay, I shouldn't step in, but no, I need to step in because
you need to lead by. You need to be that example, so they know that this ain't what it is.
This ain't what it is. You are not.
Yeah.
This is not what it is. And so, can't speak on any other parent, but I hope other parents are putting that initiative into it and say and correct their children when they're wrong. Like I correct those girls.
Yes, I'm talking for everything, double negatives, doggone respecting each other, accountability, all of that. We're placing this on them at 6 and 7. And I feel as though this is the way to go in order for them to have that standard.
Yes.
So when they do go out.
Well, we're creating the standard. What is the standard? What is the standard? The standard, because the standard is going to change. Okay, I'll say my standard for growing up, I said it earlier, was you going to go to school, you going to get your degree. That's what it is. That was our standard. That's what it was. What was your standard? Oh, okay.
Well, I come from a military family, so the standard was.
That's what I'm saying.
Discipline.
Oh, we were disciplined as what my daddy wasn't in the military or anything, but it was we gonna sit at this dinner table, we gonna eat as a family.
Oh, we did that too.
We gonna do this and we do, and that. So that's why I'm big on.
Let me ask you this real quick. Did y'all ever have to read a book and do a book report at the dinner table?
No, because we were doing book reports at school.
Well, my daddy made us.
But we weren't gonna bring home no C's and D's and F's. We was going straight A with some B's. Our report cards had to be good.
I can't say that. I was A's, B's, and I was C's.
Sir,
you gonna see me. I can't say that. I can't sit here and lie and say that I was A's and B's. Although I could have if I would have applied myself.
That part.
Because when I was in school, especially after my daddy, after we realized that my daddy wasn't coming back, school was just a happy hour. It was a fashion hour. It was it wasn't school.
So you made school, the environment, fun.
Exactly.
For you. You made it fun when you're supposed to. I mean, it's supposed to be fun. Well, I went and I did what I was supposed to do because my daddy wasn't about to say nothing to me. Do you understand me? He wasn't about to say nothing to me. My mama wasn't about to say nothing to me either. Good job. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. That was the type of accolades that I wanted. And me going back to my environment, I was the because I still am, but I don't want to say this.
Just spit it out. People want to hear it.
I am the person who follows the rules. I don't follow the rules.
I know. I'm saying I'm not.
I know.
I'm not. I'm gonna find some kind of way to make it happen.
I know. I would be.
I'm a bend. I'm a shift. I'm a finagle. I'm gonna figure out a way to break some rules.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, that's just the person. I've never been the one to just boom, boom, boom. And hold on, let me rephrase that. Before the split, before my family became a single parent home,
Mm-hmm.
I was that wasn't I wasn't on. I was just breaks and before I was a rule follower, but like I say, once that structure left, I was like, man, we finna have some fun. We finna make some things happen. We partying, we making everything a party. And that's basically how I live my life through high school.
And so you changed your environment.
You can say that.
You changed
No,
it.
my environment changed, so I changed.
You changed your environment. The environment did change, but you took full advantage
Yes,
of
I
it
did.
of it
Yeah,
changing.
absolutely.
You took, okay, I'm gonna do this, and this.
And it's all what I want to do.
So what would you tell children now? I mean, our girls are, but somebody who might be going through what you went through. What should they do to see their kids? Kids don't really understand focus.
No.
Kids don't understand just, okay, I have to do, like, for me, I'm different. I knew my daddy didn't play. I knew my mama didn't play. I knew that whatever they said, like I said, yes, I'm on it. I'm not about to disappoint you. I'm not about to do anything that's going to get me in trouble.
Gotcha.
Every child is not like me.
No, they're not. I definitely wasn't. And I was willing to take a whooping to do the things that I wanted to do.
I wasn't. I didn't want, and till this day, I don't want anybody to tell me that I'm doing something wrong.
So what?
I mean, you can tell me right now I'm doing something wrong. I take it now. But in childhood, in high school, nah, Camille, you doing the right thing. Like, don't have that face like that. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But what would you tell somebody who you could mentor a child?
Like I said before, it's not about telling.
Oh, you know what I mean.
No, I'm saying it would have to be a physical thing of showing them. Like, mentoring children is not something that you can do. It's not a bam, 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 done deal.
Exactly.
It's something that you're going to have to commit to.
So how do we get parents to commit
to their children?
I mean, they're committed to their children, but fully committed to
their children.
Fully. What I'm saying fully is affirmations. What
but
I'm saying
if the parents aren't there, then
and fully not fussing and cussing and hitting them upside the head.
Call me little mother.
Oh, whoa. You to really love them because they grew up and they're a product of their environment.
So they need the mentor.
That's what I've been saying.
But it's like I said before, it's all, are they willing?
They have to want
They have to be willing.
They have to want
exactly. That's basically what it is. If you're not willing, if you're not creating the positive environment for your children, how can you blame them for being like you?
Because I don't want you to be like me.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I was being funny.
No, I'm saying, but they say that they'll tell their children, I don't want you to be like me. Don't be like me. Don't do the things I do. Don't do as I say. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. But it doesn't work like that. These kids are not paying attention to the words that are coming out of your mouth. They're paying attention to them actions that's coming up off your back.
Because you have to be intentional. we have to be intentional because we have a 6 and a 7-year-old.
Exactly.
And
girls,
and they are very inquisitive.
Mm-hmm.
Their minds are just going. It's going.
Their imaginations are on 100.
And we're talking about the environment, and when I had began, I was like, "Oh, our girls are in the correct environment."
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, we were in the good school district. We were in a safe place in my brain,
in your brain, yeah.
But was I creating a safe place? You get like me
before
mentally, in me mentally in a physical.
I wouldn't say it wasn't.
It wasn't not that it was not safe, but it was. I had to get over my hump.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of parents have to get
over their hump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, but they ain't catching it when their kids are 6 and 7, to where you can still tweak their little brains.
Exactly. They wait until they 16 and 17, 15 and 14.
And I already feel some type of way about you. I don't want to hear what you got to say.
Exactly. And then they friends, they listening to what they friends say, that saying out in the streets, and what they friends saying ain't got nothing to do with what you talking about.
Right.
So it's like they gonna go out there and follow what they friends doing.
Yep.
Because up until they're 15, 14, they didn't hear nothing from you.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You wasn't coaching them.
That's what I'm saying. What if I get it right when you 18, but I'm gonna feel some type of way about you because you didn't try to apply anything to my life except I'm working to take care of you. Mm-hmm. But it's more than working to take care of you. My job, I feel, as a parent, is to show you things.
Guide.
Yes.
Guide.
Well, show.
It's guidance.
Show. To guide you, and then whatever it is that you want, then that's you. You know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want the girls to follow in my footsteps.
I just want to shape a positive environment for you, so you all that negativity you can keep that on the outside.
Yes.
That's basically what it is. It's just helping your kids put on them blinders.
Yeah, you do help them put on the blinders, but you also give it to them sometimes. I was saying, I give it to them. I tell them what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Not all. Not all. No. But
they ain't watching the news and stuff like that.
No, we don't do that. But if something happened, let's talk Friday.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they have their guard up with it though, because it's like, I don't know that, mommy. Like, well, I don't want you to go in the world and learn that. So
we're gonna teach you right here.
I'm gonna teach you in a sense of, last Friday's topic was keeping your hands to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody not in the same environment as our girls, they might shoot. I'm gonna put my hands on you.
Yeah. And it was a big one. What for me was, don't be out here trying to put your hands on men or boys.
Oh, you better not.
Because no matter the age or the size, they're still stronger than you.
Yes.
So
my daddy taught me that. He said that to me, and I
believe my mom and my daddy told me that. Keep your hands off of folks, because you don't know what they gonna do, what they got going on. So it's just best.
You're gonna be on the floor.
I'm just trying to pick yourself up.
You don't want them problems because you don't know.
You just don't know.
You do not know. And so all this just leads to having a conversation for people to understand that they should have a conversation with their children.
Mm-hmm.
Have conversations. Get out of
don't talk at your kids.
Get out of that process of, you just like me and I can't deal with you.
I hate what you done.
So then if your child is just like you
need to change you.
You need to deal with you.
Straight up.
You need to deal with whatever demons you got inside.
What my boy Michael Jackson say?
I don't know.
The man in the mirror.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah. It all starts with that man in that mirror.
It does. It does.
So if you're not liking what your kids are doing,
you can change it.
You can change it. And it's best to start early. So you need to figure out what you're trying to do with yourself so you can figure out the message that you're trying to portray to your children.
Yeah.
So they can have an understanding of what's going on out here in this world, and it ain't all about doggone fun and games.
That, yes, it could be, because even to just tell a quick story time or whatever, when I had Isabel, or she was like 2 or something, but I would always stay inside. I wouldn't go outside. Not because I didn't like to be outside. It was just like, I'm home by myself. Brandon is gone. I ain't going outside with 2 kids. Like, it's a horrible mindset. And it got to the point where Ava didn't want to go outside, or just timid. And it was like, girl, come on. What you doing?
But
and it was like, yo, you created that.
Yeah, exactly.
You did that.
Now you mad.
You better come on.
You better get your behind outside.
Why are you playing games with me? Walk.
Get outside.
Like, so although I felt I was in a safe environment with my children, I was creating a fearful environment.
Exactly. Because you were fearful. You done projected all your fear.
I projected everything onto her.
Onto them.
And she was not really Isabel.
Because she was younger. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But it was like, A was like, I see mommy. Mommy ain't going outside. Ooh, if mama go to the store, she going with daddy. Like, it was not.
It's us and mommy. It was always a group thing.
It was a group thing. It wasn't a single thing. Yeah. And just now they see, okay, it's okay. Because I had to let them know, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right. It is okay.
It can be a little scary out here, but we're gonna walk in and we're gonna walk through it, and we're gonna grow through it.
Oh yes, you have to grow through it. I have grown through it. I have grown through. I'm saying environments. All my environments have been safe, but I've had to grow through.
You know adapt.
What? Yes, and grow.
Yeah,
I had to grow. I kept singling myself out. Not singling myself out. I kept digressing and not wanting to be. And when you show that's why I'm like, girls, you are great. Every child needs to know that they are great, no matter what an environment.
They need to see that greatness in you, so they know that there's greatness within them.
Oh, absolutely.
Just don't be just telling them. Show them, like you said. You went from being in this shelled individual to someone who is out there now. Look at you now. I see you. Yes, indeed. But just imagine if we weren't in this place, in this space.
I'd still be inside.
And what would that do for Isabel and Ava?
Oh man, nothing.
They'd be so scared of people.
Whoa.
Good boy, do you remember when Ava used to look at people like?
Well, that's when she was a baby. She didn't like people. She didn't like anybody.
But she would have grown to be accustomed to that if it wasn't for
exposure. And I had to expose her.
Exactly.
I couldn't keep her safe.
No.
They have to experience things. They have to get to know people. They have to fall. And I have to be okay with them falling.
We help them up.
And I have to be okay with them coming back and saying, Mommy,
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Yeah. Yes. I like this. That was what's up. That was some good conversation. What else you got to say, baby? You want to take us out?
How we going out? This was awesome.
Man, this was definitely awesome. Coming back to y'all next Monday with a whole new topic.
What we got?
We're gonna be right back here. Right here.
Yes.
GMT and every other platform out there.
Yes.
We're gonna be streaming with y'all too. So continue to show us love. We definitely appreciate everyone who stays tuned in, who stays plugged in. who just reaches out, let us know that what we're doing is a good thing, because that confirmation is a beautiful thing. But we're gonna see y'all next week, next Monday. Tune in right here on GMT for Is My Point Valid?
Yes.
We're gonna have a brand new topic. We're gonna be coming to y'all live. We appreciate y'all. See y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Blessed day, everyone. Blessed, blessed, blessed. I don't see them. Okay.